Consider this video a sequel to this one I made a while back. So Borderlands 4 just came out, and even after all the controversy regarding the literal CEO of the company belittling and insulting their own customers at every step of the way, Borderlands 4 still debuted with a player count of over 200,000 players on Steam.
Oh, hell no!
This for me further confirms something I believed in for the longest time, and it's that the main reason why gaming sucks now is because of the shills.
Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Now I've been making game reviews for years at this point, and I've also had my fair share of running with these doofuses in the comment section of my videos, and what I have realized is that these dudes live a pathetic existence where their entire identity is based around defending corporations that couldn't give less of a damn even if they died. In fact, a lot of the so-called tolerant people in these evil-ass corporations are willing to kill people and celebrate their death just because of a difference of opinion.
It's an evil world we live in.
One tactic that shills use to defend broken games is that they'll blame you for the game's problem. Games are coming out extremely broken with countless bugs and glitches, and not to mention unbelievably unoptimized on the PC side of things.
It's a $50, $90, $2,000 GPU getting 40-something FPS.
You have companies like Capcom straight up lying about system requirements and putting out a game that runs like shit while also looking identical to its predecessor that came out 5 years before it. Dumbasses are out here mocking PS4 players and making memes about Marvel Rivals coming to PS4 as if we didn't get 1,000 times better looking games on this platform on the regular, like RDR2, Spider-Man, and Ghost of Tsushima, just to name a few. Hell, almost every Steam review on Borderlands 4 is about how broken this game is and how a fucking cartoon game requires you to have a NASA PC to run it at all. But since accountability is the kryptonite of out-of-touch people, here's how Randy Pitchford responded.
Borderlands 4 is a premium game made for premium gamers. And he doubles down on this. He says, you can do whatever you want. The game is the game. Please get a refund from Steam if you aren't happy with it.
Wow.
Despite the countless examples of Unreal Engine 5 games looking and running worse than games that are almost a decade old at this point,
it is evolving just backwards.
There are degenerates who refuse to acknowledge objectivity and blame you and your system for a game not working as well as it should.
Now studios know they don't need to pay graphic programmers, and that people will simply buy the same ugly graphics pipeline Epic developed for Fortnite. It proves studios can rip off consumers who don't know about modern rendering potential. And progress-oriented devs get stuck with low-quality designs, and graphic programmers lose job opportunities.
Another argument they use is they'll fix it later. This one just really shows how far their favorite company's dick is down their throat, to the point that they're willing to defend the act of people not getting what they paid for. Imagine going into a restaurant, ordering some food, and then when you get it, half of the order seems to be missing, and what you do get was also
a 2-pack of ass.
But don't worry, because you might get it later. Also, anyone who takes advice from people who pre-order digital games as if they're gonna run out of stock is equally as stupid. One more thing the shills like to do is they'll try to gaslight you. Recently I made a video on Cyberpunk 2077 in which, among other things, I showed how stupid its AI is, how dead the open world is, and how the game still has so many bugs even after 5 years of updates. And the shills just couldn't stop exposing themselves. This one said that AI isn't this bad, it's just for this dude, as if I got one-of-a-kind exclusive copies straight from CDPR themselves for 2 different platforms. Like, bro, you can literally see what's going on the screen, and this is how you chose to respond? Oh, and in the shill hall of fame comes this dude who kept writing entire paragraphs trying to make it out to be a lore thing as to why NPCs just stand there for the rest of eternity when someone dies on the bench press right in front of them. Dude kept getting ratioed to hell and still kept bawling his eyes out over his keyboard. That's right, guys. We are not allowed to have standards because these cocksuckers want people to celebrate games barely functioning. Oh, and if you ever encounter anyone who uses the cope "works for me," please just ignore the poor retard, because these are the type of people who think the right response to "we have a problem" is not an actual solution, but I don't have that problem instead. Next up is one of their favorites, and it's "the criticism is invalid valid because the game has a lot of positive reviews. Even genuinely good games aren't free from problems, and similarly, just because a lot of people like something doesn't mean it's great or doesn't have any objective problems. When you're trying to act as a human shield against criticism for a game, what purpose does saying it has this many positive reviews on Steam even have when even visual novel games get 5-star reviews nowadays? It's basically just admitting that you have no opinion or argument of your own and just go with whatever the popular consensus is. I also love this double standard they have where review scores only matter when they benefit their side of the doubt. Like for them, in general, review scores don't matter, but as soon as something that they like gets criticized, they are real quick to point out the same review scores. Seriously, man, I just don't understand why it's so difficult for so many people to like something while also admitting that it does have problems. Another move they like to pull is that they'll try to make you feel like a bad person by saying things like you just hate fun or let people enjoy things.
No, I don't think I will.
Why should we let people enjoy things if the things that's being enjoyed is degenerate trash that erodes the moral fabric of any society? Like, whenever you have Cardi B out here performing WAP, or you have video games like Dustborn being made, why would we let people enjoy those things? And it's kind of to our detriment that we do let people enjoy those things. And again, we don't have any power over what people enjoy, but it's right to criticize those things because they're cultural poison.
Now, I don't know about you, but I personally can't even imagine having such a fragile ego that the moment someone who you don't even know points out the flaws in something that you enjoy, it is immediately no longer fun for you, and the random dude who critiqued it is suddenly a bad person. Ironically enough, more often than not, these people themselves turn out to be absolutely horrible human beings. They simply just resort to insults and straight up being racist because they don't have any real valid points to back up their argument. These people also hate anyone who has any form of awareness or pattern recognition skills. For example, even before the whole Charlie Kirk situation, people were calling out the woke DEI bullshit in Ghost of Yotei regarding the heavy involvement of Sweet Baby Inc. and the lead actress being a gender fluid, anti-police, crazy sociopath who tweets about her fantasies of beating up men. And of course, back then and even now, all that these meat writers can do is misdirect attention and call people names and insults because they don't have any real arguments. I mean, they gotta have some sort of humiliation fetish at this point, because why else would you keep supporting people who actively hate you? They have been completely brainwashed into fighting battles for greedy corporations. Like, these people are so distant from reality, it is ridiculous. Ironically, these Redditors try to act all cool and edgy and like they are the smartest people in the room, but in reality, these mentally retarded sons of bitches have no self-respect, no purpose in life, no knowledge about anything, no critical thinking, no nothing. They only exist to do 3 things: eat whatever slop a big company gives them, be an asshole to people online, perform bullshit mental gymnastics to try and defend pathetic products from valid criticisms. Hell, these are the same people who were against stop killing games. They are so brain dead that they don't want to understand the simple fact that criticism is the first step towards improvement because they don't actually want improvement. These people have no standards and want you to be the same way. It is their meat writing that gives companies excuses to put out trash over and over again. But I'm glad that more and more people are starting to catch on to their bullshit and sticking to voting with their wallets. Throughout all my years of doing this, I've always pointed out good things about games that I don't like, and similarly, I've also pointed out flaws in games that I genuinely adore. That's the way it should be. Never ever ever make yourself look like a moron for people who couldn't care less about you. That's basically it for this one, boys. Here's another video, YouTube things that you might enjoy, so be sure to check it out as well. As always, subscribe and I'll see you next time.